Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Kurt, and this is going to be a highlight reel of my kills and what I did around them, hopefully to teach anybody that wants to learn, like what I did in that situation, why I did it, how I went about it, and what's going on. So without further ado, here we go, 17 kill win. So here it looks like that I'm going to be dropping into the school because I always go into a high priority area. If you loot a high priority area and manage to come out on top, you're always better off. And in my opinion, starting off that way is a lot better. One, it gets you better faster, and two, if you come out on top, you have everybody's gear that you just killed, and you have the whole place to yourself to loot. Whereas if you go to somewhere else, like a small outside town, you may have the place to yourself, but you might come out with a UMP and a motorcycle helmet versus all either level 2, maybe some level 3 stuff, where you have a lot better opportunity to kill.
Again. No, I know.
So in this situation, I'm dropping out of the school. I'm looking for a gun. I'm seeing the people around me, and it turns out that I can't get a gun. So I see nothing, so I drop in, and I'm just sitting here. I'm waiting. Pick up a gun. I pick up the P92 because it has more ammo over the 1911, and I wait for him to drop. Turns out he doesn't drop, so I move in, turn off my music. Not sure why I had it on in the first place, and I keep going for a little bit, looting the initial areas. My buddy dies, and in this situation, I'm kind of in a bad spot. I have to rush up and help him, or face a 2v1 for the rest of the game.
It went clink clink like fucking 4 times and it said I only had 1 bullet.
Hold on, I don't have time to look around, so I push up the stairs. See him. Move to my left, so if he does peek really quick, he won't see me. Keep pushing. I have to get a headshot at this point. I only have 6 bullets.
Another guy up top, what an Uzi.
He says somebody else is up top, so I pick out my shotgun. I pick up that guy's shotgun, and I go up to help him. Turns out he wasn't there anyways. He jumped down.
Hey, your boy.
Help out my buddy. We have the school to ourselves. Loot the whole thing, and we come out with a decent amount of gear.
And I got you.
I got bullet loops for a car.
So we're coming up on Rozhok now,
No, the 8X, man.
and we come down, and we're looking for kills at this point. We already have the basic loot that we need. We have guns, sights, basic amount of meds. So we come into the town, we look around, and we look for gunshots and play tactically around them.
Oh, right here, on me.
So my buddy says that he has a guy, so I run towards him. There's no shots been fired yet.
2 guys.
First time we hear the shots, he tactically holds his position instead of giving it away. I push up on the left-hand side so we can engage them together.
Another guy over here. Right over the crest.
After killing both those 2 guys, you have to med up in a situation like that. You want to get to a safe area and med. In my situation, I just laid down because it's decent grass cover, and while grass doesn't render all the way, it does render close enough so nobody would be able to see me. Looting these guys and moving on to the next set. In this situation right here, I just thought this was a funny little clip. There's not much to look back on. I accidentally put an 8X on my M4, but it ended up working out. I killed both guys pretty easily. Aiming at head level in the car is a lot easier to do than just spam shooting the car down. If you just spam shoot the car down, the best thing you want to do is either shoot for the tires or aim for their heads. There's no point in aiming anywhere else. If the car doesn't die too fast,
Second floor doesn't help at all.
it really won't take that much damage. It will not blow up. The only way to do that really is if you have an M249 or a lot of people shooting at the car. So in this situation, I see that my buddy said there's 2 guys up on the balcony of the house that has a garage in it, so I'm going to flank up the hill because the zone's moving in a way that they have to move out of the house towards me to get towards the zone. So I go up the hill, and I get the uphill advantage, and I wait for them to come out.
First floor. First floor.
Third personing over the hill, I see him in the buggy, shoot the driver out, and my buddy kills the back guy.
Hey, I got one.
You killed him from here?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
I'm not bad with this 4 times.
From the rest of the clip out, it's going to be from here until the end. The first were just the first couple of kills that got the ball rolling, got us some good gear. This last clip is one big clip all the way till the end of the game.
Somewhere. I see him. Okay, straight this way, south.
So I always carry an 8x and a 2x on me. 8x if I can find it. I'm not a big fan of the 4x. I use it only if I don't have an 8x. And the 2x is for close range battles. I'm not really that big of a fan of the hollow sight. If I have to, I'll use the red dot. The hollow sight's just very clunky. A lot of people don't like the 2x, but it's a very good scope in my opinion. At this point, I'm just putting on my 8x and picking off people, making sure that I'm covered from the people that are closest to me by the hill. These guys can't do anything to me because I have an 8x, and there's still both of us. We have good gear.
I'll flank one right. Hold on.
At this point, my buddy calls out that he's pushing up really close, so I'm going to flank right using the ridge to cover me from them and third-personing over it. Pushing up to the right, he still says that he's there, so I check over the ridge using third person. Third person is a great tool. Should be utilized all the time. I'm pushing into the zone. A lot of people don't expect you to come from the zone. For whatever reason, the zone doesn't really do that much damage in the first place, so a lot of people don't expect you to come from it. It's a great tool to use.
Badass.
At this point, I'm checking for the guy all through the rocks. Can't find him.
Where the fuck did he go?
Clearing all the areas. Looting the first guy that I killed.
This doesn't make any sense. You go back into the fucking zone?
No, but the UAZ's still here.
Dude, that makes no sense.
Up the hill,
There
up
he
the
is.
hill.
He did go back in the zone.
See the second guy. Put on my 2x. Leading the guy appropriately. Using the rocks as cover from anyone that might be up the hill, but I start getting shot from down the hill. So in this situation, I run over the rocks, realize that I could still be getting shot from behind, and find a place that suits cover with both. So I have cover from up the hill to the left and from down in the, we call it the vagina. It has all the warehouses in it.
Let's flank up and around here.
And I find a safe place to med. And I call for a flank, and right as we're about to start moving, they start leaving in a buggy, and I have my 8x, so I go to engage.
Alright, let's go. This is a good spot.
So even if you don't kill people in a situation like this, you always blow their meds, maybe get their vest or helmet down a little bit. You don't know whether you've hit them, or where you hit them, not whether. You know if you hit them because of the blood spot.
See what these guys got. Oh!
Getting shot at from up the hill.
Else right at this rock right here. At the rock.
He dies to somebody else, but it was a super close shot, and I heard it at the rock. So I push up to the rock. In my opinion, I get a little lucky here, but I have to keep... In that situation, I had to keep pre-firing the rock, because if he peeked me again, and I was like trying to run away, he definitely would have killed me. So I had to keep shooting at that rock to make sure that if he re-peeked, I shot him first, which he did, and it turned out it worked out fine, and I get the kill. The zone starts moving in, we have to run, don't really have much time. This is where the zone really starts hurting.
Yeah, I got tons of meds too. Fuck, I wanted to check them for 9 mils. And 5.56. Fuck.
Still pushing around, hugging the edge of the zone as much as possible currently. Still looking around. You always want to be aware of your surroundings. There's no time where you want to be in downtime, especially in the last few circles. You want to always be checking, always be watching. Even if you don't see anybody, don't stop moving. It's just not worth it. If you have to stop moving, lay down, make sure you're in grass, behind a rock, anything. Not in the middle of a field. Making sure that I boost her up here. Using a painkiller first is always better. You'll get more ticks out of your painkiller and energy drink. If you do painkiller first, then energy drink. They proc once every 8 seconds. So you get one more tick if you use your energy drink after your painkiller. It might not make the difference, but then again, it also could. At this point, I dropped any weapon that wasn't a silence weapon. There wasn't any use for it. A silencer trumps everything. If you have anything that's silenced, it's way better to use it over a unsilenced weapon just because of the positioning advantage it gives you.
Oh, I'm getting shot.
Yeah, it's from way north.
I think from our right.
I spot these guys on the north side, and my buddy goes to engage them while I push them.
Oh, right there, I see him. 2 of them.
You're shooting him. Give me a second.
He ends up dying, but I get the positional advantage while he's dying. They can't see me because of the ridge, So when I peek this ridge, they're not immediately aware of where I am, and I get the advantage on shooting the first guy. He doesn't go down, but he's low enough to the point where he has to med again, so I know I don't have to deal with him for the moment.
You're not gonna be able to get gambling back.
Kill the second guy. No, the first guy is still medding, and I know don't have any cover. And if he peeks the ridge, he has the positional advantage, so I have to push him and gain that positional advantage. I have time to grab these guys' meds. They didn't have much of them. The only thing I'd take at this point is a sniper rifle. There's no point in having anything like a shotgun or anything like that. Your rifle at close range on full auto, if you can headshot or not, is still better than anything. When I'm shooting these guys, I'm far enough away to the point where they can't even hear my silencer.
How is it not a headshot? There you go.
See his buddy coming up. It's clear that he has no clue where I'm shooting from, so I don't have to move. I don't hear anybody else near me. There's only 7 people alive, and I know where 2 of them are.
Nice.
At this point, the zone's moving in. In my head, I already know that this guy's gonna die. I hit him either once or twice, but the zone ticks for a lot of damage. And he would have to run across an open field without any cover, and the zone probably would kill him. So in my head, that man is not a threat to me anymore. I have to focus on what's ahead of me. Get caught up by the zone a little bit because I wanted to check my meds.
Giving it to me raw right now.
Those crates might be a decent spot, dude.
Lay down in the grass and med. At this point, all grass pretty much renders except for very far distances away. I see in the bottom left under my webcam that the man has died, and that's the only guy that I assumed was out of the zone, so it was safe to assume that I do not have to watch that direction anymore. See guys running through the grass. I take my shots. I use my third-person advantage here to look over the grass to see we're just beyond where it didn't render, and I took my shots in first person accordingly.
Nice.
The third person?
Third person looking over the grass. Like I said, third person is the greatest tool you'll have in this game. Positioning in third person. I end up doing the same thing to this guy.
He gave you the rope a dope.
Actually, apparently
Nice.
I didn't. He just laid down and I got a lucky
Yeah,
headshot.
fucking headshot of that guy.
At this point, I'm pushing up to the crates. It's my best situation to push up to. I have cover from every direction. I know there's not anybody behind me or on that left-hand side because they would have gotten shot by the other group I just killed. So in my head, they have to be on the right-hand side or laying down on the grass camping somewhere. Those are the only 2 available options. So I push across the road to the rocks, just in case they are down underneath in the ocean. I check down there first, and I also have cover from the right-hand side. If I start getting shot at, I can drop down. I see that there's nobody down there, so I push up, knowing they must be on my right or straight ahead of me. Again, checking the rocks. There's nobody at the rocks, there's nobody further down. So I know that they must be directly ahead of me, unless they're in the zone and they would have died shortly after because the zone does a lot of damage. I look around, see I have no cover except for the tree. It's the only place that I can hide. Also, Twitch muted my audio for this because I had a song running in the background that was copyrighted. So I see both these guys at the tree ahead. They have the positional advantage, but we both have to move. Positional and numbers. So I would have had to run across the field. This is where they make the mistake. And playing around your opponent's mistakes is a very valuable tool. So he pushes up, separates from him and his buddy at a smaller tree, which I know that I can shoot around. So I have to push up to the closer tree, putting their tree and my tree in between. So he can't shoot me because I'm still behind the tree, and only one person can shoot me, effectively turning it into a 1v1. In 2v1, 3v1, 4v1 situations, your objective is to turn it into as many 1v1s as you possibly can. He knocks himself down with a grenade after getting shot by me a couple of times. It's automatically down to 1v1. Turn around, peek my left-hand side, put on the 8x, double headshot, match is over. In any situation like that, you always want to turn it into a 1v1, a 2v1. As you want to get it down to as little numbers as you can. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this video was helpful to any of you guys. I really need any critiques, any comments. I know it's not the greatest. It was a straight through commentary. I didn't take any breaks. I have a lot of games like these, 15 to 20 kills. I would definitely upload them and perfect my commentary. Thanks a lot. I'll be posting this to Reddit soon.